From the biggest stories in the NFL to Super Bowl takeaways to Friday Night Lights right here in Abilene, Texas. Local teams like Abilene High, Cooper, Wiley, to the Abilene Bighorns, Abilene's newest indoor arena football team. If it's played on the field and it's football, Carsten covers it. Carsten is breaking down all things football. This is more than highlights. This is the work behind the wins, the mindset behind the moments, the lessons behind the glory. Nothing is given, everything is earned. This is Grind Game Glory.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here back with another episode of Grind Game Glory. I'm your host, Carsten here, and this is our special guest, Mr. Boos. He's one of our teachers here at Tryon Public High Schools, and I'm very fond of him and everything. And he's one of my favorite teachers to talk with. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Mr. Bruce, we've talked about football a lot on this podcast, and your favorite team is the Bears.
It is the Bears.
Tell me how that came about. How did you become, such a good Bears fan?
Well, first, thank you for having me. Appreciate being on here. Longtime fan, first time contributor. So this is big. Well, I grew up in Iowa, on the border of the Mississippi River, and you're either a St. Louis fan or a Chicago fan, depending on where you're at there. And my whole family was Chicago fans, so here I am. I came down to Texas with the military, and I'm not going to switch to be the Cowboys fan just because I lived here.
Yeah, oh man, being a Cowboys fan is rough. But let's talk about the Bears. Let's go over what they've done throughout the season. What was one of the things that you loved the most about the Bears? Not postseason, just in general season.
They played exciting football again. Like I've never watched the Bears have like an exciting offense, so that was kind of cool.
All right, awesome. Another thing, what was one thing, if you had to name it, just one thing, what was one thing that was a takeaway from the postseason?
Improvement. They improved. They got to the playoffs the first time since 2018, and just getting there is a big step. So now you can build on that. Yeah,
absolutely. If you had to make a suggestion, especially because the Bears, they fell short, but they had some really good plays. They had a really good season. They had a really good postseason. I was very, very impressed. I was rooting for them because I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate watching the Packers, so you know how that goes. They beat the Packers, but what was the one thing that you expected going into the LA game?
I expect them to put up points. I expect the offense to play well. They didn't play as well as I thought, but it was a playoff, so they've got to get used to that atmosphere, that environment, and they'll get there.
Absolutely. Another thing, before we talk about off season stuff like that, what they should do. What's your first Bears memory?
I don't have a specific memory. I remember being a kid and we'd all go to like my grandma's house, me and my aunts and like my uncle, my dad and my cousins, and we'd all be there to watch the Bears. That's what I remember.
Yeah?
Yeah, so not really a specific memory.
Do you have any certain play that's your favorite play in Bears history?
Devin Hester running the kickback in the Super Bowl 2006.
Favorite player?
Probably Devin Hester.
Devin Hester? Okay, yeah. It's a very good answer. I like that answer. Devin Hester, man, he's one fast dude, I'll tell you that.
Right.
So what was one thing during the regular season? Again, got to bring up that topic. There's a lot of things about the Bears that we can talk about. Obviously you like talking about the Bears a lot because they did really good. You like to brag.
I do.
How many times do you brag a day?
Once they beat the Cowboys, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Oh, yeah. That's still got to rub it on my face, huh?
All the time.
Okay. Nice. Another thing is, the thing that I liked about the Bears, personally, I thought that their defense was exceptional. I thought that they played great. They played great ball on defense and offense. Their offense was, so good to the point where if their defense got a stop, then their offense was on track to get some really good points. Field goal, touchdown, most likely a touchdown every time. I really like that about them. That's what I thought, in my opinion, that was the best thing they did. That was something that they kept in rhythm. Would you agree?
I'll agree. I'll agree. Their offense played pretty well. Their defense, they could have played better, but definitely didn't blow too many games. So
yeah,
I agree.
Have you ever met a Bears player?
Ooh. I met Jay Cutler, but not while he was playing for the Bears. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
All right.
Played for the Bears. He's a Bears player.
Yeah.
So, of course that counts. Let's see. What are key players to watch moving forward?
Moving forward, Colson Loveland, rookie tight end this year, became the number one receiving tight end for the whole NFC this past season. So I think moving forward, that's really good. Obviously, Caleb Williams, how's he going to develop? So those two guys to watch for.
Awesome. Coaching thoughts?
Ben Johnson's doing great things. He's got the culture turnaround, very clutch culture, very disciplined, and yeah, I like the coaching.
Okay. Now we can talk about offseason. What do you think the Bears need to do, either offensively, defensively, coaching wise? What do they need to get? What are some key players that can lead them to another postseason success?
They need to get somebody to help rush the passer. You never have too many pass rushers. In the running game, always the running game. How can you make it better? You can make it better every year.
They got DeAndre Swift. He's not the fastest person in the league, but he gets it done.
Catches the ball, he can block. Yeah, but if you can upgrade, I'd upgrade.
Yeah. Too bad you got Javonte Williams.
I said upgrade, Carsten.
Yeah, I know. That's an upgrade. Let's see. What are some things that you think about the most when you hear the word, Bears play? What's a Bears play that pops in your head immediately?
Well, you probably want me to talk about when they beat the Packers in the regular season, but I'm not. I'm going to talk about when they beat the Raiders with a blocked field goal.
Yeah.
Blocking a field goal is just exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Do you think that there was any pressure between, like Caleb Williams, of course, being in his second season, trying to get those votes in and, becoming a good player, and then at that point get the postseason, go against the Rams? Was there a lot of pressure involved with the loss?
This year, no, I don't think so, because they haven't been in the playoffs in a while. But being a Bears quarterback, there's always going to be pressure. So he's always going to have to deal with it until he can win a game,
Yeah. How long do you think the Bears are going to have Caleb Williams? Are they going to extend him, or are they going to just have him for his rookie year?
I really hope they extend him, which they'll be talking about that next season, 2 years from now. But I hope so.
Yeah, you hope so? I hope that the Bears become competitors too, because, the Cowboys, if they beat them and they're competitors, then that makes me feel pretty good about myself. I'll brag to you. I'll be like, hey, look, Cowboys beat your competitive team.
They did. All right. They did. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Deal.
What are some things that you want to ask me? Because you're the guest. So be my guest. Ask whatever you want.
What do you think about the Cowboys coming up? You think they're going to make the playoffs or nah?
I think, my opinion, I do think they're going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
It's only because it's so they had a good season, but they didn't have a good record, right? Yeah. So does it always say
they put up a lot of points?
I could have said, well, they had a good season. They're not going to have another good season. They did not have a good season record-wise. They had a good season statistically.
They put up points, yeah.
Right, they put up points, but they also gave up points.
Yeah.
That has a lot to do, actually everything to do with the record.
Facts.
Right?
Yep.
They need to get edge rushers, and I think that part of the problem was Matt Eberflus.
Definitely.
Matt Eberflus.
Definitely.
The thing that we didn't have that Matt Eberflus needed, it didn't work well.
Nope.
So, and Matt Eberflus, he needed, to, make sure we got Parsons, and we could have got Parsons.
His system is set up on quarterback pressure, and he didn't have it.
We could have kept Parsons, but we didn't keep Parsons. Right? And now I'm starting to get kind of worried. I know it's a little off topic, but let me just say something. George Pickens better be a Cowboy next year. Okay, I like to say this. This is the joke that I made a couple days ago. They got half the cookie with Javonte Williams, signing him to a 3-year deal to 2028.
Fair enough.
Right?
All right.
But they didn't get the full cookie. The full cookie is George Pickens. They need to get George Pickens.
They do. They need another player like that, yeah. Agreed.
Do you think Do you think that if somehow, some way, which is it's a very high possibility in my opinion, the Bears get George Pickens?
No, and the Bears aren't going to spend money on wide receiver. They have money on the defensive end they're going to have to spend. It was pretty obvious, yeah.
They got Josh Sweat for how many years?
2 more years.
2 more years.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about some other, highlights of the season. You could talk about some. I could talk about some. And the one I'm thinking of particularly is let's talk about the Caleb Williams throw against LA
In the playoffs?
in the playoffs. How do you think that went about? Was that just instinct? Did he just throw up a prayer or what?
So here we go, 4th and 4.
Slows the blitz.
The man in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble, put it up for grabs in the end zone. He got it for the touchdown!
I think that's like his whole game, how it's been based since he was in college. That's what won him the Heisman, is his ability to extend plays and make plays, and he was just able to find a big play.
All right. And then what was one thing about that play that just made you jump out of your seat like, oh,
When he caught it.
when you caught it?
Like the TV didn't show the receiver in the end zone, so we don't know where the ball is going. All you see is a quarterback, and then like once the TV cuts to that angle, then you're like, oh, there it is. So
Yeah, we can talk about that play a lot, but there are some other plays that the Bears had, especially against the Packers. The one against the Packers, DJ Moore won them the game.
Won 'em. The game.
I mean, it's kind of like a foreshadowing. You remember first year quarterback Jaden Daniels. He threw a Hail Mary. That was kind of what that was with Caleb Williams.
It
wasn't a
was.
Hail Mary, but it was a straight route.
Yep.
It was a straight route to the end zone.
The rest of the game, and it's hurting more now.
Comes down to one last play. And it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle!
And it was deflected and caught, and it was a miracle.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of like foreshadowing, don't you think?
It kind of made it full circle, yeah.
Yeah.
Closed the door on it.
But I think that is all the time we're going to have for today. Got all our thoughts in, all our talking and everything. And this has just been another exciting episode of Grind Game Glory. And this was your guest, Mr. Booze. Please give him a round of applause because he did excellent. And we'll see you next time on Grind Game Glory.
Thank you for having me.
We're covering the grind behind the game and the glory that comes from it. Because this is more than highlights, this is the work behind the wins, the mindset behind the moments, and the lessons that last long after the final whistle. Be sure to catch our next episode on Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you stream your podcast. And as always, don't forget to check out TPHS Spark Studio on all your favorite socials to stay connected with the voices behind the mics. Nothing is given. Everything is earned. This is Grind Game Glory.